Okay, so in this video I'll talk about the manual function input. So as I said before, by default on the main menu screen, so it says main menu, it just displays this oscillating sine wave which has a range function applied to it. So if you press the buttons on the LCD keypad, so you probably see just barely on the bottom left there. So you use the left and right buttons to change which function is active, and then you press the up and down buttons to change which parameter you're changing in that function. So let's just test it out. So first I'll just press right. Let's see. Okay, so now it's displaying a plane function. It will display it on the LCD screen, plane function as indicated, and also gives you the general equation for the plane. So this is what this looks like with the default values. So now I'll press up on the LCD screen to change one of the parameters. So on the LCD screen it will say changing the coefficient A. So this is the effect of changing the A coefficient. So based on the different values. So I'll just keep it at that for now. And now we can change B by pressing up or down. So to go to B, press down. So changing the coefficient B. This is what the effect is. The steepness is a bit severe in this example, but that's fine. So now I'll change the coefficient C. So by pressing the button. Now it looks like a less steep plane function. So let's see. So that is the effect. It's a interesting rotation. So that's the effect of changing C given the values of A and B that we input. So obviously so it actually holds the value they input from the previous input of the coefficient. So let's go back to B, let's say. And this is the rotating with B as the coefficient. So let's say we've had enough of that, and then we're going to check a different function. So on this LCD we press select, which exits you back out to the main menu screen. We give plane function. Now we press left or right, we press right. So now it's going to show a 3D sine wave with that as the general equation. So we'll be changing the coefficient omega, which is going to change the phase of the sine wave. So if you press up or down, okay, so it says changing omega, that's going to change the phase. And you change the phase using this potentiometer I didn't mention before. So that is the effect of changing the phase of the sine wave. So as you see, it starts to oscillate up and down. Yep, pretty interesting. Now for this function there's only one parameter, which is the phase. So now I'll go into the next one. Pressing select again, and then press right on the menu. So this is a sphere. The radius is quite large right now. Alright, so this is a sphere function. So if you change the radius and increase it, focus. If you change the radius by increasing it, you see that the sphere's radius increases gradually until it reaches the maximum of the cube's volume. We can decrease it as well, changes it. The sphere's radius goes down. So, and also I've also coded, so if you put a negative radius, the sphere will actually invert. So this is an inverted sphere, where the LEDs that are within the sphere's radius are turned off, and the LEDs that are not are turned on. As you can see, probably see the middle part, it's dimly lit, and you can obviously change that size as well, like that. Yep. So now I'll show you the next function. So press select. Alright, so the next function is a cube skeleton. So it just simulates a cube with some certain side length. So you can change the side length with the potentiometer. So decreasing it. Yeah, and there's 3 different cube sizes. Okay, so the next function. Oops, I was just pressing the wrong button. Alright. So the next function is a random function. So there's some percentage chance of the function illuminating an LED at some point. So it's currently on the lowest chance. So here it says changing the percent, which is the percentage chance of it illuminating an LED. So I'm going to increase that. As you see, the probability of the LED getting illuminated increases as I increase this potentiometer. If I decrease it, then the probability decreases. Okay, so I think there's one more function. Pressing select and then you press right to go to the next function. So the next one is parabola. The same thing again. But in this case, I'm changing the steepness of the parabola with the potentiometer again. So yeah, it basically this is very not steep, and it gets steeper, the parabola, until it inverts and gets upside down parabola. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'll check if I have one more function. Okay, that's it. So, and as you can see, if you keep pressing right on the menu, it will cycle back to the main menu. So it's like a circular menu. And yeah, so that's all the functions and the input mode done. So obviously if you press the interrupt button at any point, it will go back to the animation mode. And it plays music and does an animation. Very cool.